Thanks for tuning in again. Let's hear a stranger's story. Can you relate? Get ready for a story that'll leave you speechless. Let's go. While preparing dinner for my wife's entire family, I stepped into the garage for more chairs and heard her brother say, "I still can't believe you married this loser. Dad's right. You need to divorce him before you have kids and get stuck forever." She replied, "Already working on it. My lawyer says we can take half his business too." I returned with the chairs and kept that perfect smile plastered on. 3 days later, my WhatsApp exploded with 47 desperate messages begging me. Something felt off about Alexandra that week before the dinner. Not the usual stress or her nagging about my boots in the hallway. No, this was different. She was glued to her phone when she thought I wasn't looking, switching tabs on her laptop whenever I passed by, taking calls in another room. After 7 years together, you get a gut feeling for these things, like spotting a crooked wall just by glancing at it. Look, I never imagined I'd spill this online. I'm not one for airing dirty laundry. But here I am at 3 a.m., glass of whiskey in hand, still reeling from how my life unraveled in 3 days. I need to vent, and you strangers get the front row seat. A bit of background. I'm James, 34. Built my construction business from scratch after dropping out of community college. Started with a rusty truck and me. Now I've got 5 crews rolling across the county. Not huge, but it pays well. Alexandra, 32, my wife of 7 years, went through law school with my support, tuition, rent, you name it, while I grew the business. Her family, upper middle class, never approved of the blue-collar guy their daughter picked. Her dad, Elijah, is a financial advisor. Her mom, Pamela, does real estate, and her brother, Thomas, acts like his business degree makes him a genius. They always hinted she could do better, side comments about my little business, or when I'd go back to school. But Alexandra stood by me, or so I thought. Last Saturday was the spring dinner at our place. Her tradition to flaunt our home. I prepped the yard all morning, pressure washed the deck, helped cook. Everything had to be perfect. I was up at 6, firing up the smoker for a brisket I dry-aged all week. Alexandra was on edge, snapping at me over small stuff, but I figured it was just dinner stress. Guests arrived around 4, her parents, Thomas with his wife, and her sister Magnolia, still in grad school. Her mom critiqued the furniture right away, while her dad probed about business with that smug tone, waiting for me to fail. By 6, we were eating. I'd set out our fancy plates, wedding gifts we rarely use, but realized we needed 2 more chairs from the garage. Heading out, I heard voices by the awnings, Thomas and Alexandra, sharing a cigarette, which was odd since she quit 3 years ago. I almost called out, then heard my name. I froze. Thomas was saying he couldn't believe she married this loser, that her dad was right, she should divorce me before kids trap her. Then Alexandra's words hit like a sledgehammer. Already working on it. My lawyer says we can take half his business too. Numb, I listened as they laughed, plotting how I'd never see it coming, mentioning some Dominic as a better fit, calling my years with her a waste. Ever had your whole world tilt? 7 years of marriage, late nights helping her study, skipped vacations for her textbooks, extra jobs for her loans, all recontextualized in that brutal moment. But I didn't explode. Something inside turned icy. I grabbed the chairs, breathed deep, and faked a smile. Back inside, I glimpsed myself in the mirror, normal face, but a wasteland within. The dinner turned surreal. I poured wine, carved the brisket, laughed at her dad's lame jokes, all while watching this stranger, my wife, pretend everything was fine. I studied her face. Was that contempt always there? Or am I just seeing it now? Her mom complimented the food, asked my secret. After 7 years of ignoring me, I recited the dry-aging process like a robot, mind screaming. Magnolia gave me an odd look, like she sensed something. Maybe she knew. After dessert, Thomas toasted to family and future changes, smirking at Alexandra. I clinked glasses, imagining smashing that stem on his face. They left around 11. Alexandra hummed while cleaning, oblivious to the bomb she'd dropped. I offered to finish up, sent her to bed. She kissed my cheek, called me a good husband. I nearly gagged. After she slept, I checked her laptop, new password, but I cracked it on the 3rd try. Emails to her lawyer started 3 months ago, the plan. File after her firm partnership, use my income as leverage, then divorce me. Spreadsheets tracked my assets, a timeline, and a transfer record, small amounts siphoned to a secret account for months, dodging alerts. Smart move. Our joint savings? $20,000 gone, my business expansion fund. Then I found D texts, Dominic, already replacing me. 6 months of this. I didn't sleep for 2 nights. Monday, I called in sick, first time in 3 years, and met my lawyer, Mike. I spilled it all, showed screenshots. He said she could claim half my business since it grew during marriage, despite her zero input. The settlement figure nearly knocked me out. Half my life's work to her? I asked Mike, so I just take it? He suggested settlements, but my mind was elsewhere. That night, Alexandra played concerned. Soup. Doctor suggestions, Oscar-worthy. I played along, said I loved her. She echoed it, planning my ruin. Watching her like Instagram photos of us, #couple goals, I almost laughed. A stranger in her skin. Had she always been this? Was I blind? Does it matter? I'm not vindictive, I cut bad contractors loose, work with late clients, but this was personal. Lying awake, watching her sleep, dreaming of my money with Dominic. Something clicked. They underestimated me, saw my hands, not my mind. Building from nothing takes smarts. Next morning, I called my bank, partner, clients. By noon, a plan emerged. By dinner, it was set. Alexandra wants war? She's got a butter knife, I've got a chainsaw. Not about money now, it's about showing them who they crossed. The loser they looked down on for 7 years is about to teach them a lesson. So here I am, 3 days after that dinner, finalizing my demolition plan. Just like construction, you lay the groundwork first. Tomorrow, it all changes. Alexandra thinks she's got this locked, but she's clueless. Same for her family and Dominic. I backed her dreams for 7 years. Now I'll watch hers fall. Update first. Thanks for the support. Didn't expect that. Some ask if I've calmed down. Nope, still mad, but smarter now. In construction, rushing messes things up. Revenge is the same, needs a solid base. Next morning, Alexandra left for work. Kiss. Plumber reminder. Dry cleaning request. Surreal. Like she's strolling a minefield, she said. Once she was gone, I acted. First, secured my business. Called my accountant, Frank, to a coffee shop meeting. No phones, no office gossip. Building a business while funding school means shortcuts. Sloppy paperwork when you're dead tired. Alexandra knew, even helped early tax filings. Frank looked wrecked. Turns out she'd asked him about valuations, claiming it was for an investor pitch. He flagged it, uneasy. I explained the truth, his face paled. James, look at this, he said, showing transaction docs. Odd patterns she'd planted to make me look shady. Not illegal, but messy enough for court delays. We spent 3 hours fixing it. Clear trails, paid suppliers early, proved her non-involvement. While working, Magnolia texted, rare for her. Wanted coffee, something important. I set it for Saturday, curious. Next, the bank. Thomas's dinner comment about family help nagged me. Hunch confirmed. Alexandra applied for a home equity line on our house, my name, my down payment, my $100,000 Reno value. 1 week from $200,000 she'd partly saddle me with. I canceled it, moved half our joint savings, my contribution, out. Petty? Maybe, but less than her plan. Home, I crossed a line, installed recorders, a camera, legal here but shaky ethics. Then walked the dog, waved to neighbors, tossed a ball, planning her downfall. Normal Tuesday. Dinner. She was distracted. Phone buzzing. Dominic? I asked casually. She froze, said a client. I pushed, she deflected. After. She worked in the office. I heard her sweet-talking him. Miss you too. Rage hit, but I held back. Timing's key in building, rush, and it fails. Wednesday, I left divorce papers out. She saw, said nothing. At work, I called favors. Thomas's friend, old college pal, her family's type. He'd been at events I missed, birthdays, a cruise. They dated before me. A long game. I logged every cent for her school, $143,600. That night, she initiated sex, timing too perfect. I played along, detached. Later, staring at the fan, I wondered, was it always a lie? Thursday, coffee with Magnolia. She confessed knowing about Dominic for months. Caught them at the lake house. Alexandra's plan, use me, then switch to him. Magnolia couldn't take it. Liked me, hated her family's bias. I thanked her, kept it quiet. She hugged me, sorry. First real connection in days. Thursday night, I faked a business crisis, dinner with family Friday. She agreed, called them. Friday, I prepped evidence folder, tablet, her favorite dessert. At work, my partner backed me. Home, she set the table, jittery. I added Magnolia, full house. Showering, I rehearsed, dressed sharp. Downstairs, I heard her on the phone, Dominic, I bet. Let her think she's winning. Guests arrived. Elijah's smug grip, Magnolia's unease. At the table, she touched my arm. Concerned. Then her phone buzzed. Dominic. Doubt gone. I toasted. Family, loyalty, clarity. Confusion reigned. They had no idea what was next. Final update. Been staring at my phone. 47 texts from Alexandra in 3 days. Desperation growing. Promised you the dinner story. It was insane. That toast to family, loyalty, clarity left them baffled. I sat, sipped Elijah's wine. About that business emergency. Alexandra squeezed my hand, performance gold. Found problems threatening everything. Under my nose. Elijah smirked. Financial trouble? I connected my tablet. Not business, marriage. Silence. James? She whispered. Demolition starts with the foundation. I played the garage recording. Thomas's divorce him. Her half his business. Faces dropped. Thomas pale, her mom shocked. Elijah tense. Magnolia grim. Alexandra frozen. Then Dominic texts, 6 months. Did you know? I asked her parents. Elijah interrupted. I showed the $143,600 spreadsheet. My investment. Next, her secret account canceled Hellick. Silence broke. Elijah raged. Alexandra pleaded. Thomas deleted messages. I called him out, got them already. She cried. Confused, growing apart. Apart while I paid for you? I snapped. Elijah threatened resources. I laughed. $20,000 stolen, her Hellick try. She texted under the table. Boom. Dominic's married. Stillness. His wife Rachel knows. I said. Elijah flipped the table I built. Chaos. I stayed calm, watched 7 years collapse. Magnolia helped clean, nodded respect. Elijah lunged, called me nothing. I built real things, I said. He swung, Thomas stopped him. Alexandra begged to talk, I refused. They left. Magnolia sorry. At the hotel, I slept well. Next day, I packed, moved to an apartment. Dog adjusted. Third morning, 47 messages. Rage to please. I'm sorry, Dominic's gone. I sent divorce papers. Mike called, Rachel's in, Dominic's a repeat offender. Met her for coffee, solidarity. Blocked Alexandra. Magnolia texted, her dad's cracking. I replied, hiked with the dog. Rachel sent a support group link. Time to head back. Make dinner, unpack, small steps. Foundation first, this time solid. Now for a little commentary. Phew. James's story is a roller coaster. That garage bombshell to the table flip, edge of seat stuff. His $143,600 move was brilliant, and Rachel joining? Karma's chef's kiss. He proved smart's beat degrees. My take, a masterclass in resilience. Thanks for the ride. Crazy. Huh? Share your thoughts below, subscribe for more, and catch you next time.